can. Yep. I can hear you and see you, and I'm just going to hang out on mute once I get on. And just a reminder that he's participating in his personal capacity, not as Secretary of Transportation.
Sure thing.
Awesome.
Good
Hi, good morning.
morning. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So obviously, 24 hours less than until polls open here in Grand Rapids and across Michigan. When's the last time you were able to actually speak with Kamala, and what are you hearing from her?
Oh, she is energized and optimistic. Came into this campaign with an underdog mentality, but now sees how it's very much within her grasp to win the presidency if we turn out all the votes that we need to. And that's why she's been to the state 10 times. I was just with Tim Walz the other day, coming to our hometown of Traverse City, and had folks fired up there. As we speak, I'm in Detroit, was in Grand Rapids last week, and we're just all crisscrossing the state and the country to make sure that we turn out every last vote for Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, and Democrats up and down the ticket.
We're seeing it's a dead heat here in Michigan. Obviously, like you said, you spend a lot of time you're living right now in Traverse City. Going door to door, knocking on people's homes, talking with people. What has been the biggest concern here in Michigan? Because it really does differ from state to state to state.
So there's really three sets of things I'm seeing. One of them is about the economy. Folks don't want more tax cuts for the rich, which is what Donald Trump is offering. They don't want to pay for the import tax, the tariff that he wants all of us to have to pay in order to make up for the tax cuts for the rich. Folks want to find life more affordable, and they're responding to her message about an increased child tax credit, making housing more affordable, all those economic kitchen table issues. That's one. Two, personal rights and freedoms. One of the few promises Donald Trump kept was he promised to eliminate the right to choose in this country, and then he followed through and actually did that. Women, but also men who care about the women having these rights, are fired up, and that's a very big issue that we've seen. And then the third is, frankly, a lot of people I talk to in Michigan and elsewhere who kind of want politics to just be in our face a little bit less. And, a good way to do that, a good way to have a slightly more normal Republican Party would be to put Donald Trump in the rearview mirror. So, whether you're in it to have a better economic future, whether you're in it to restore women's rights and freedoms, or whether you just want to have politics be a little less chaotic and divisive, I think all of these are good reasons to support Kamala Harris.
Do you feel like that's been a strategy for you guys, coming down to the wire here? That if your selling point is if you put Kamala Harris in office for some of the maybe moderate Republicans that are sick of some of the rhetoric coming from the Trump party, that then maybe things will swing more moderate for the Republican Party in maybe future elections.
I think so, and there's a reason why you see more Republicans backing a Democrat than we've ever seen in my lifetime. And it's not that those Republicans gave up their conservative values. On the contrary, folks like, Liz Cheney, for example, backing Kamala Harris, even Dick Cheney. These are very conservative Republicans, and they always will be. But for them, this is beyond policy. This is about what kind of country we live in, and whether we can have a country where we can disagree and not have it turn into the really disturbing rhetoric and even violent rhetoric and violence that we've seen kind of promoted or discussed coming out of the Trump campaign. I think that's led to a lot of Republicans and right-leaning independents saying, I usually vote Republican, but this time around, I'm going to fill in that ballot for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Let's talk a little bit about undecided voters here in Michigan. I saw a statistic about 2% of voters remain undecided in Michigan. And we know different polls and different numbers that might vary a little bit. And, I was looking at her speech in East Lansing yesterday to students, and a big talking point, was the war and the conflict between Israel and Gaza. Obviously, we have got a lot of pro-Palestinian voters, Dearborn in Michigan. Do you feel like she's done enough? Because there's a big swing in some of those voters that are saying either I'm not going to vote for Kamala Harris or I'm just not voting because of of the handling of that conflict.
So most of the Arab American leaders I've talked to are planning to vote Democratic, even if they are conflicted or anguished about what is happening in the Middle East. And how could you not be? What's happening there is a catastrophe. But Kamala Harris is reminding voters that she is going to approach this issue with humanity. She understands the complexity of issues in the Middle East. And the alternative is a guy like Donald Trump, who, if I were an Arab or Muslim voter, would be very concerned about the fact that he came out of the gate trying to ban Muslims from even coming into the country. And if I were a Jewish voter, I'd be concerned about the fact that he, made excuses for people who marched through the streets of Charlottesville chanting, "Jews will not replace us." When you have somebody who makes his career on targeting vulnerable groups, it's just a matter of time before your group is next. And we can do so much better. Republicans and Democrats should belong to a prouder and more decent American political tradition than what we've seen these last few years out of the Trump campaign. And she's presenting that different, better, more inclusive vision every day on the campaign trail.
Well, we know each swing state matters, of course. No surprise there. Donald Trump, this is his last campaign stop, will be here in Grand Rapids tonight. It's become sort of a tradition, if you will, the last few election cycles. Kamala Harris opting to be in Pennsylvania. What went into that decision, and does it really matter to you guys at this point what state that she's in these last hours?
Yeah, she's trying to be in many places at once. It's really important for us to maintain that presence in Michigan all the way until the bell rings. Tim Walz is going to be here. I'm here. She's been here, I think, 10 times or more. I think when he's here, when Donald Trump is here, the difference from, say, 2016 is a lot more people around here see through him because he came through in 2016, made a lot of promises. And then he went and cut taxes for the rich. We had a manufacturing recession, and that was before COVID. You look at a place like Grand Rapids and the economic development that has been happening. The fact that we now have a record level of construction in factories just in the last couple of years. And it's the exact sort of thing that he promised and failed to deliver 8 years ago. And that's happening now. So he's going to do what he does, although it's been interesting to see how more and more of his rallies people leave or there's empty seats. But, he can do his thing. At the end of the day, this isn't about the candidates. It's about you. It's about your life and how it will go differently depending who the president of the United States is.
So looking back, it's hard to say. It's been an arduous road for both camps, obviously. It's been a divisive year. It's been a divisive cycle, and some are saying maybe the most divisive in modern history. What were some defining moments, though, that you feel swayed in the vice president's direction during this campaign season, and maybe some moments that maybe she faltered, and you look back and maybe her best moment and the worst moment of this election cycle?
Well, I think the pundits will have a lot to say after election day comes and goes. But one of the moments that really sticks out in my mind that I was there for was the convention, where she gave a speech that reminded us of what it's like to have a politician, whether you agree on 100% of things or not, to have a leader who's calling us forward and presenting a positive vision of what we could be. Has a strong critique of her opponent, but more than anything else is explaining who she is, why she cares about us, and we could all see ourselves in that future. I also thought the debate was an extraordinary moment. He really seemed incapable of showing an interest in the issues that most of us are thinking about, like housing and childcare affordability. She made clear what she would do to solve those problems and held him accountable in person for his record and his words.
Now, you've been kind of coined almost like the translator, or you've had a lot of chatter this campaign season, obviously for the Biden administration and for Harris as well. You've been on different media outlets a lot talking about this election cycle. What has that opportunity been like for you, and was this a role that you saw yourself stepping into ahead of this election?
Well, I've been really proud to play a role in helping to support a candidate I believe in, and it's not something I really foresaw in terms of how it's played out. Of course, this is what I do as a volunteer and as a citizen. I've got a day job that I love as well. Every day I get up thinking about how our lives are being shaped by politics and public policy, and the privilege of being out there to make the case for candidates I really believe in. Not just Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, but also Alyssa Slotkin, who I've worked with for years. The idea that she could now be my senator representing my household and our kids is really exciting to me. And just up and down the ticket, I'm really enjoying, as somebody who's run for office many times, I'm kind of enjoying that I'm not on the ballot, but a lot of people are, and I believe in them, and I'm proud to have their back any way I can.
Is this
Elliot, that's
Megan?
what we have.
Oh, okay. Do we have time for one more question?
quickly share.
Okay, sorry. So your last push, there's undecided voters here in Michigan. We've heard people that say, hey, I don't think I'm even going to vote this year, or I'm going to write in another candidate. What would be your plea to voters that are undecided at this moment, one day before the election?
Please vote. Look, so many people, including people I served with in Afghanistan, people have given so much to make sure that we have this democracy, and that includes the right to vote. And your vote is your voice. You may never see a candidate you agree with 100% of the time, but Kamala Harris is somebody who's going to be looking out for you. He's somebody who's looking out for himself. And this is just not an election where I think staying home is a decent option. If you care about the future of this country, recognize that one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to be in charge or she is. And I'm asking you to vote for Kamala Harris.
All right, we appreciate your time, and get some rest eventually.
You too. Take care.
Thanks. Yep.
Thanks.